Alright, so first, I just kind of like to finish off on what he's doing. Here's another disadvantage to basically suspending all the aid, or suspending aid or assistance from Pakistan. U.S. aid suspension would bring Pakistan to the enemy. Jill Kogan from the ABC Newscastle publication indicates that with America planning to exit Afghanistan by 2014, regional support would become irreplaceable. Now would be the worst time to shun Pakistan, and it would give them incentive to support on an already well-armed insurgency and shelter them during a highly sensitive period. I'd like to kind of just extend this across. Basically, if we were to suspend aid from Pakistan, they're going to give it to the enemy. This is something that we don't want to do, because if we were to have them, or have them kind of go give in to the enemy, it's going to not allow us to have the routes and whatever to fight against the terrorist group and to deter the terrorist groups from bringing in their influence into Pakistan. So next, I'd like to do the 2AC's speech, just kind of go over. Basically, she basically claims that Pakistan is not 100% sure, but you can't really be too sure of that. I mean, basically, no country is going to be 100% sure that they like a certain country that's giving them aid. They can be like, oh, they're just trying to take over us. But other people are going to be like, oh, they're actually giving us aid and they're trying to help our country get better and fight against these terrorist groups. So definitely, there's not going to be 100%, Pakistan's not going to be 100% sure of why they want to give to like U.S. Also, they said that Dr. Afridi was sentenced to 33 years in prison, and she says that this is wrong because the U.S. just got mad. However, it's not really true because, I mean, it's not really getting mad, it's basically just following the laws of the U.S. Because he had helped Osama bin Laden with all his medical stuff because he was a doctor, he had, of course, that the U.S. is going to say, oh, this person was of assistance to Osama, so basically we need to make sure that he is punished for that. So I also like to bring another piece of evidence. Basically, Pakistan actually wants to work with us. This is from Eric Schmidt of the New York Times. He explains to us on February 24th, 2012, on Tuesday, the Pakistani Prime Minister Yusuf Raza Gilani issued a statement calling on the Taliban and all other Afghan groups, including Hizb-ut-Islami, a pro-Taliban militant group with its historical ties to Pakistan, to participate in what is referred to as a reconciliation process. Basically, the impact is basically that essentially we see that the Pakistan government has been taking actions against terrorist groups. This is really important because basically the U.S. aid, the U.S. presence being there in Pakistan is actually making the Pakistan government think for themselves and actually make them fight for what's right and what's wrong. Hillary Clinton secured the intentions of the U.S. and the purpose of the aid that was being given. Basically, keeping our aid is going to be a lot more beneficial, and also because Pakistan actually wants to work with us, it's going to, the favorability of the U.S. is actually going to rise. So basically, they just kind of, during the 2AC, she didn't really make any refutations against my first speech, which I made all these claims and all these cards about like civilian aid being effective, and also saying that there are roads and things that are available in Pakistan for us to be on. So since they dropped a lot of those arguments, basically the negative side should win for today's debate.